Hi, Booktube. Merry Christmas. My name is Maria Andrea, and I am coming back from my Booktube hiatus to join the Christmas Day on Booktube Tag or event. This event was created by Paul at the channel The Accidental Bookseller, and I came across this event through my friend Suey at the channel Suey's Book Banter. Suey's already posted a video, so go and check out her channel. And so many of my booktube friends have also posted a video. It is December 25th. It's Christmas Day in 80-degree weather, Texas, 70 to 80-degree weather, Texas. And it's the end of the day, but I wanted to come by and join this Christmas Day on Booktube event. This is what Paul wrote about the event. Some people may be spending Christmas Day alone. Some may be going through a tough time, or some will be spending their day, as they do every day, caring for a sick or elderly relative or friend, whilst we would never, ever be able to help sufficiently. We on Booktube can do something that might brighten their day in some small way. And I'm going to just kind of paraphrase here. The gist of this event is to share a haul and hopefully not to spend too much money. There was a limit placed on how much spending. I had already placed an order on Thrift Books prior to my learning about this event, so I did conveniently have a few books on their way to me when I learned about this, and thought I'd share them with you. And then I also really wanted to shop my shelves, but then I have two ideas, but I'm gonna end up sharing my basket of Christmas themed books here with you. And let's get to it. I hope that you are drinking something. I'm having a cup of Christmas Day tea. What it's called, Christmas Day tea. It's a tea blend that I found at World Market. And I hope you have something warm and cozy wherever you are. And I hope that you feel a little less alone, a little more in the company of a friend. Let's show you what books I ended up buying on Thrift Books. Oh, and I am wearing these antlers today that you can't really tell because of the camera. I have three books. So the first book is a very beat up copy of The Moonstone by Wilkie Collins. I bought this on Thrift Books, and I am doing a buddy read with my friend Melinda at the channel Weapon Stories. I started the book before she did, so I believe she's still reading it. I started the audiobook the first week of December, and I finished it. I devoured it on audio. But as one does sometimes with audio, you end up feeling like you're missing something maybe. And the way that this novel is set up, it's set up as a like a case file of a lot of different pieces of evidence. So there's letters and statements and from all sorts of different characters. So it's really, really difficult to keep everything straight on audio. For a little bit, it took me a while. I'd have to go back and listen again. And then I just thought let me just let it play and I'm sure I'll figure it out. And then eventually figured out, okay, it's just different bits, like different vantage points to the missing Moonstone. And this, well, I don't want to share too much about my thoughts, but I have a lot of thoughts. I cannot wait to talk to Melinda about them and then maybe share some with you. But I ended up finishing the book, and well, all the while I was listening to the book, I kept looking around my local bookstores for a copy of The Moonstone, but I could not find just a regular paperback copy. I think one of the bookstores I went to had a really deluxe classic edition, and I didn't want to spend that much money. I just wanted a paperback, a used paperback preferably. So I ended up finding this on Thrift Books, and it's very beat up, and I'm okay with it. It's really just so that I could go back and fill in some of the gaps in my reading. So this is The Moonstone by Wilkie Collins. And then this book, I haven't opened it. It's still in its plastic. I'll open it with you. this book I learned about, I think, on the website for one of my favorite indie bookstores. One of my favorite indie bookstores is Who's Books in Oak Cliff in Dallas. And I think this is where I saw it. I was perusing their website looking for books. And to add to the never ending, ever growing TBR. And I think this is where I found it. I wish I'd written it down, but Magical Habits by Monica Huerta. I ended up finding this on Thrift Books and got a deal. So this is from Thrift Books. I didn't spend a whole lot of money, but I'm gonna just tear the plastic here and show you. This has a beautiful cover. It's paperback, and I love just the font, and it's kind of like collage. Reminds me of some of my like journaling, and I think this is like a really great cover spread for a journal. And I'll just read the back. It says, in Magical Habits, Monica Huerta draws on her experiences growing up in her family's Mexican restaurants and her life as a scholar of literature and culture to meditate on how relationships among self, place, race, and storytelling contend with both the afterlives of history and racial capitalism. Whether dwelling on mundane aspects of everyday life, such as the smell of old kitchen grease, or grappling with the thorny, unsatisfying question of authenticity. Huerta stages a dynamic conversation among genres, voices, and archives. Personal and critical essays exist alongside a fairy tale. Photographs and restaurant menus complement fictional monologues based on her family's history, developing a new mode of criticism through storytelling. Huerta takes readers through Cook County courtrooms, the Cristero Rebellion, in which her great-grandfather was martyred by the Mexican government, Japanese baths in San Francisco, and a little bit about Chaucer too. Ultimately, Huerta sketches out habits of living while thinking that allow us to consider what it means to live with and try to peer beyond history, even as we are caught up in the middle of it. I think this is part of because I see here, there's a note here, it's Writing Matters, and it says a series edited by Lauren Berlant, Saidia Hartman, Erica Rand, and Kathleen Stewart. The cover art that I was admiring is a digital reproduction of lithograph of Vespertilio Homo on the Moon, originally printed in the New York Sun on August 31st, 1835. Wow. Photograph of Chicago skyline by Jeff Brown. This is published by Duke University Press, and Justin Torres, author of We the Animals, blurbed it and said, Magical Habits is as much a treasure trove as it is a book full of surprises, glittering insights, lyrical vignettes, personal archives, political history, family lore, and brilliant literary critique. The writing is exquisite for the book is both polyphonic and constantly effortlessly changing tack. I would turn the page without any sense of where Monica Huerta might take me next, only knowing that I wanted to follow, that I did not want to come out from under this spell. So it's really cool because, see, like there's a picture here, like a photograph, and it is, there's photographs throughout, and there's different chapters, essays. Some even look like it might be poems or verses. Essays, like fulls. It's really cool. It looks like a really fun, experimental kind of collection of storytelling, but also a little bit of maybe autobiography. So that's my next one. And then last but not least, this is a book that I ordered for the Guadalupe Reinas event that I'm participating in until January 6th. It's an event that is hosted by the um, group of readers, Libros Before Tipos. They are a Mexican group of readers who prioritize reading books written by women during the between the 12th of December and the 6th of January. So one of the prompts for that reading event is read a book about activism, and I ended up choosing to read Guerilla, Kindness, and Other Acts of Creative Resistance, Making a Better World Through Craftivism by Sayraphim Lothian. So there's a lot of like arts and crafts and resistance through creative practices. There's like cross stitching and embroidery, quilting. There's like how to make a patch, like a quilted patch, and it gives you actually like instructions for completing the art or the craft project. Mending. So this is gonna be really, really fun to go through and maybe pick out a project or two to start in the coming days and weeks. And that is the small haul that I have to share. The next part is just showing you my very heavy basket of seasonal reading. So this basket usually lives here in my living room, and season to season I'll curate a collection of books that I want to keep on the like inside this basket and visible to me and people who may come and spend some time, and they might look for something to read, or I might just want to read something. So I want to show you what I have curated for my seasonal Christmas basket. I'm going to start out with the books that I'm currently reading for the Guadalupe Reinas event that I just mentioned. So I just finished this one, The Serviceberry, Abundance and Reciprocity in the Natural World by Robin Wall Kimmerer. This is a really great book. I feel so inspired. I want to keep, even though I finished it, I still want to kind of go back and pick some things from here that I want to journal and I want to remember. I'm also still currently reading Jane Austen's Lady Susan, and this is for the prompt to read something by Jane Austen because it was Jane Austen's birthday this month. So I'm still reading Lady Susan. If I just sat with it for an afternoon, I could probably finish it, but I've just been reading it in like small spurts of time. It's been a busy holiday season. Also on my TBR for the Guadalupe Reinas event is Shady Hollow, a murder mystery by Juneau Black. One of the prompts for the event is to read a cozy mystery. We love cozies around here, and I think the Libros Before Tipos group also loves a cozy, so I ended up picking this one because it's been on my shelves for a really long time and I really want to read it. I read from this collection this morning. So one of the traditions that we have around here is in the morning, Christmas morning, my husband and I exchange stockings, and like during the season we've been filling each other's stockings with little mementos and tiny little treasures. So this morning before we opened our stockings, I read from this book, Christmas with Ellen Montgomery, and it was a beautiful story about Christmas inspiration and how to spread some holiday cheer. So I really loved it. And there's 3 short stories in this collection. So I read one, I have 2 more to go. I love this. I was influenced by my friends Melinda and Angelia. Melinda at Whoop Stories and Angelia at the channel Read and Reread. They've both been talking about this book, and I finally found it and got myself a copy. Truman Capote's A Christmas Memory. I was hoping that sometime during the holiday season I'd have time to read it. So it's in my basket. It's on my Christmas TBR. This one has been around for a while and I haven't gotten to it. Dinner with Edward by Isabel Vincent, a story of an unexpected friendship. Christmas Stories, Everyman's Pocket Classics. I maybe have talked about this book before because I usually read from this during the holidays. I try to read 1 or 2 stories from here every year. Mistletoe Mallows by Kathleen Farrell. I purchased this book last year when I visited Powell's bookstore in Portland, Oregon, and I got it and I'm excited. I haven't read it yet, but I keep putting it in my basket. This is the 2nd year it's there. I haven't gone to it yet, but it looks really fun. Debbie McComber, Christmas Letters. I found this at a local indie and I purchased it. I haven't yet read it, but it's a beautiful cover. And I hear you can't go wrong with Debbie McComber for getting you into the holiday mood. Stella Gibbons, Christmas at Cold Comfort Farm. I haven't read this yet, but I've heard wonderful things about Stella Gibbons at Cold Comfort Farm. I actually read this one already, just yesterday, and it was Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. This is a holiday tradition, and I always try to read it on Christmas Eve. I love it so much. This is one that I'm going to try to read a story a day for the next 12 days of Christmas, starting tomorrow. And it's My True Love Gave to Me 12 Holiday Stories, edited by Stephanie Perkins. I've been wanting to read through this for a while, and I think I read one before, but I forgot about it. So I'm going to try again. And, you try until you actually finish. Oh, this next one I'm really, really excited about. It's not fiction, it's nonfiction, it's Saucy. 50 recipes for drizzly, dunkable go-to sauces to elevate everyday meals by Ashley Boyd. So this has all sorts of amazing kinds of sauces. So they are organized by the kind of sauce. So there's creamy, herby, tomato-based, tangy, savory, umami, spicy, and dessert. And the introduction here says, many cooks, myself included, have found themselves growing bored of rotating through the same tired and true dinner recipes week after week. Fatigued from searching for ideas and tired of the same old, we cave and pick up the phone to order takeout. I get it. We all get it. Don't feel guilty or lazy because you aren't. Like any home cook, I want to create tasty, healthy, homemade meals that make my family excited for dinner. But sometimes life gets in the way and things get busy. I don't always have time to look for inspiration, let alone make a luxurious meal every weeknight. That's where this cookbook comes in. Think of Saucy as that little kitchen helper full of ideas that will add a little oomph to your usual weeknight dinner, whether you are short on time after a long day, hoping to eat healthy without sacrificing flavor, or cooking for multiple picky youngsters. Sauce is an easy answer. Simply whip up one of your go-to meals, say grilled chicken, steak, pasta, or salad. Add one of these 50 sauces and voila! A basic dish is transformed into something downright delectable. Just by adding sauce. Fate guided your hands to pick up this book, filled with nothing but tasty sauces for a reason, and I, for one, am bursting at the seams with excitement for you. That's because I know you are about to fall in love with dinner time all over again and discover a new land of delicious possibilities. And this speaks to me so much because I'm totally there. And I keep flipping through this to this one, chunky marinara. I have some spaghetti squash that I've been meaning to bake, and I think I might want to try this with the spaghetti squash. And this one also looks really good, but maybe with some pasta or some roasted veggies, jerk sauce. It looks really good. So saucy. I have it here just to try to help inspire some delicious meals. Okay. This one I've talked about before on my channel. The Penguin Book of Christmas Stories from Hans Christian Andersen to Angela Carter, edited by Jessica Harrison. I also read 1 or 2 from here every holiday season. I found this at my local indie. It's Tin House Winter Reading, like literary magazine. I love a literary magazine. I think it's one of my regrets in my lifetime that I never got to be a part of a literary magazine, but I love finding literary magazines, subscribing to literary magazines. I keep this one on my coffee table in my winter basket every year and try to read something from here. And I think literary magazines are great for discovering new writers and contributors, like to poets and um, graphic designers, illustrators, that sort of thing. And then Mr. Dickens and His Carol by Samantha Silva. I actually am subscribed to Samantha Silva, and I got an email that her new book is coming out in 2026, and I'm super stoked for it. So this is always on my Christmas basket, and it's always a book that I'm looking forward to coming back to. I probably read this every other year or every couple of years. I really love it. And last but not least, Let There Be Light, The Real Story of Her Creation by Leanna Fink. And this is a graphic retelling, like a graphic, like illustrated retelling of the story of Genesis from the Old Testament. And I think it's very wintry, and it's story of creation from the story of Genesis in the Old Testament. And I like it. I like coming back to it and just reading through it. I think it's pretty magical. So that's it. That's my Christmas basket. Those are the 3 books that I purchased, and it was timely for this little Christmas video. I hope that you are doing well. I know the holidays can be tough, and it is kind of crazy around here as well. So I get the people who are feeling weary and tired and fatigued and overwhelmed and frazzled. I get it, because I am right there with you. But just keep doing what we can each and every day. And you are not alone. We're in this together. And that's what I keep telling myself. You are not alone. And we are all going through something. So it's okay to not be okay. And it's okay to ask for help. And I tell myself that all the time too. So I'm working on it. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Hasta la próxima.